Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sane, and today I'm going to be going into Pokemon Unite. This is a new Pokemon MOBA, free-to-play on Nintendo Switch right now that has been just captivating fans, captivating me personally. I know I haven't played a MOBA since before this, but I've really gotten into this game. I've done a lot of research, done a lot of play testing. Just that's what happens to me when I get a new game that I like. And I wanted to kind of talk about some stuff that a lot of newer people and kind of just even some intermediate people don't really think about as much in this game that are really volatile actually and really crucial to the gameplay. That's the items, and since this game is free, there's also plenty of microtransactions that kind of make this game pay to win, where you can buff your items, you can buy a bunch of items and stuff. Kind of pay to win or pay to win early or something like that. But I feel like items are the one part of the game that kind of get pushed to the side by a lot of people. They just don't really think about it. They don't really understand how good items are. So I did a lot of testing on all of the characters in the game in practice mode and in matches, and made research and like looking at top players and other content creators and kind of seeing what they're saying with all these sets. And so this video is going to be just like a quick little rundown of some example sets for you guys to run, and kind of what items you should be prioritizing buying and leveling up, depending on what characters you like to play and stuff like that. So if you guys wouldn't mind, before we get into the video, if I have the pleasure of your like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, or better yet, your company. That's a little YouTube intro I want to work on. I want to do something with Sane from Fire Emblem. He's my favorite video game character of all time, which is what inspires my my gamer tag, my username Sane. So let me know if you like that intro. Anyways, sorry, a little nervous of running that one for the first time. Anyways, let's get into the video. So I have this little spreadsheet. I have my this little spreadsheet off to the side where I kind of have everyone written down, and some important items as well. And then at the end of the video, I'll kind of talk about battle items for everybody. Basically, battle items, you want to just run a eject button on everybody. X attack on your attackers can work, as long as they have some kind of get out option. Potion on your tanks, your support characters can work other than that. Fluffy tail if you're jungling can work out, but eject button's probably just better. Goal guard is pretty okay, but again, eject button's probably just more useful. Full heal to deal with Gengar, sure, but eject button's probably more useful again. So yeah, kind of eject button's the name of the game right now. But X attack can work well on your attackers who've got some kind of movement or getaway option, and potion on your support characters and your tanks can work out pretty well. But I'm not, yeah. Well, I'll talk about that a little bit later, maybe. Maybe we'll see. All right, let's first talk about the physical ADC characters. These are your physical damaging attackers, your attack carries, stuff like that. Attack damage carry, ADC, what that stands for. So hopefully you guys understand what characters are physical and special. If not, I'll talk about it. I'll make sure to talk about it in this video, but there are plenty of videos that show who is physical, who is special. Also, you can look at like websites like Rank Boosted has whether they're physical or special on the character kind of overlays and guides and stuff like that. So anyways, yeah, let's talk about these physical ADC characters. This is a mix of attackers, all-rounders, and speedsters. And there's 4 important items here, and those 4 items are a combination of muscle band, attack weight, scope lens, and another one that's important is float stone. Any kind of combo of these 4 items on the majority on all these physical attacking characters, your physical attackers like Charizard, Absol, Lucario, Greninja, Talonflame, Zeraora, Machamp, Cinderace, Garchomp, even Crustle if you're going for that Shell Smash jungle build Crustle. He's going to run a combo of these 4 items. Yeah, mainly you can really just mix and match on Talonflame, Zeraora, and Crustle. I'll kind of show you Talonflame, like you can switch Float Stone, Muscle Band, Attack Weight. You can switch the Attack Weight over for Scope Lens, or maybe you want to switch the Muscle Band over for Scope Lens. I feel like Scope Lens isn't quite as good because I feel like Talonflame, you're using your specials more for the hit and runs. Or not your specials, sorry, your your moves that you're either flying or brave birding in, try to do as much damage. You're not really auto attacking as much or relying on auto attack as much. So I personally like attack weight over scope lens, just to kind of give me that attack boost. But you can really mix it around. You can throw in scope lens here if you want. Same thing goes for Zera Aura. Again, same thing. Like, I feel like I don't rely on crits as much as Zera. I feel like I rely on his moves, so I gave him attack weight instead. And if you do want to run a Shell Smash kind of jungle Crustle build, I guess this is spoilers to a later build, but you could definitely slap on like Muscle Band, Floatstone, Scope Lens, if you want to. Very universal items. And a really good combo of the auto attack kind of crit builds is the Muscle Band and Scope Lens. And there's 4 characters that are definitely are must-haves with this item build. Absol being the main contender user of this crit auto attack build, but Scope Lens and Muscle Band. So the way that critical hits work in this game is critical hits only work on your auto attacks or basic attacks. So not your moves, not your ultimate, or not your unite moves. So not your not your moves, not your unite moves, just your basic attacks. So when you're just like pushing A on the Switch, when you're just pushing A and they kind of just do those like 1, 2, 3s and stuff. That is when your critical hit rate goes up. So that's really good for the characters who auto attack a lot, like your attackers who are attacking from range. Absol, because he kind of uses Pursuit to get in and Psycho Cut to get in, and then just starts auto attacking and trying to get the crits and deal a bunch of damage. And with Champ as well, I'll kind of talk about with Champ in a second too. So this combo of Scope Lens and Muscle Band for increased attack speed, higher attack power, so you're getting off more basic attacks. Higher basic attack speed, so you're getting off more basic attacks, giving you a more frequent possibility of getting crits. Sorry, I'm like losing my English right now. A more frequent possibility of getting crits. So you're getting crits more frequently, and you have a higher crit rate and crit damage with the Scope Lens, and it's perfect on somebody like Absol, whose ability Super Luck just gives him more crit. Other characters this is huge and an absolute must-have on is Charizard. His ability also gives him plus crit when he gets the lower HP. So Muscle Band, Scope Lens on a Charizard, and then you can switch like Floatstone or attack weight, or even you could do like Focus Band or some kind of low HP or bulk increasing item on someone like Charizard. But attack weight and Muscle Band are so huge on him. I know there was some kind of glitch with Muscle Band on Charizard, but that has been buffed, or that has been fixed since Gardevoir's released. So there's like I actually don't even know what the bug was before, but I tested it after she came out with Charizard, and so Muscle Band is a huge deal on him. Muscle Band, Scope Lens are a huge deal. When Charizard gets to low health, he just gets so many crits and he starts blowing things up. Another crit machine is just Cinderace. Cinderace has such fast auto attacks that he can just abuse the even faster basic attack speed with Muscle Band, dealing more damage with his basic attacks, and just getting a bunch of crits. I notice that every single time I use Cinderace and I'm just spamming these basic attacks and hitting people, I get so many crits with him. And he doesn't have anything that like boosts his crit rate. He just gets him because he's hitting so much. And then attack weight or Floatstone, whichever one you really want. And then Machamp. Now Machamp can definitely be built with a little bit more bulk if you want him to, but in my testing and all these builds, if you run specifically Submission and Cross Chop, which is what I think to be the best Machamp build, and I've seen other people, other higher tier people say kind of the same thing. After you use Cross Chop, it gives you increased critical hit rate, and after you use Submission, you can kind of use auto attacks a little bit faster for a while. So pair that up with Muscle Band, so kind of do like a Submission and then a Cross Chop, and then just start auto attacking or basic attacking away, and you're hitting a bunch of crits. So these 4. Absol, Cinderace, Machamp, and Charizard. You definitely want to run both Muscle Band and Scope Lens for sure. And then for that third slot, Floatstone or attack weight, or you can throw on bulk on Charizard and Machamp, or if you really wanted to. But I think Floatstone and attack weight are just better to go. Just super scale them. They kind of have good bulk already. So next up, a couple other specific items for Pokemon I want to use. These items are, menued myself back too far. Are someone like Garchomp. So Garchomp is another Pokemon who definitely wants to use something like Muscle Band, Float Stone. You could definitely use Scope Lens because he auto attacks really fast. His auto attacks come once he gets to the fifth or his boosted attack of his basic attacks. He starts auto attacking even faster, so he definitely wants Muscle Band. He definitely runs Scope Lens with that. Not as much of a must, I'll say, because I feel like he relies on his moves a little bit more, but you can definitely run it. And then I think you definitely run Rocky Helmet because of Garchomp's ability, Rough Skin, dealing more damage when people hit him with melee. Pair that on with Rocky Helmet, gives him more bulk, and he also will dish even more back to people who attack him. So, Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, it's like an old VGC, like actual Pokemon game staple of Garchomp's, and it works just as well in this game too. So, so this is like one of the few items that I would definitely recommend in place of one of the four. Attack Weight or Float Stone, and definitely you want to slap on Muscle Band on him too as well. Let's go. Let's go English. And the last one I want to talk about is Lucario. You absolutely want to run Focus Band on Lucario. His ability gives him shields and plus movement when he's at lower HP. The Focus Band just gives him increased bulk and gives him that HP recovery when he's at low HP, so you can really abuse the fact that he needs shields, and then he can heal up a little bit, and then he can get the shields again, and it's kind of nuts. Like, once Lucario gets to low HP, if he's got a Focus Band on, it seems like he never leaves. Like, he never gets, like, closer to dying. He kind of just sits there for a while. And then Lucario, Muscle Band's always great, Float Stone's great, Attack Weight's great. You can slap on some more bulk if you really want to, but if you like... In my experience, I play a lot of Lucario. I definitely say he's like my #1 character right now, and just like he's my best character and stuff. I've seen that Focus Band is really all the bulk you need, and you can just slap more things on like Muscle Band, Float Stone for attack and movement speed up. You could do Attack Weight if you feel like you're gonna be scoring a lot. If not, Float Stone. Yeah, I like this double band combo too. It's just kind of cool in my opinion. And then, yeah, last up, I will talk about Crustle. If you are doing a jungle build Crustle, then you can definitely very easily do something like Attack Weight with Muscle Band and a Float Stone. You're probably not using Scope Lens as much on him because he's not really auto attacking as much. You're kind of relying on that X Scissor to just really hit super hard. Like you Shell Smash the X Scissor and you just do a bunch of damage. So some build like this, if you're going for that like kind of jungle style of Crustle, it's gonna work out really well. Since we're on Crustle, I'll kind of skip ahead and go to the physical defense, physical builds for these Pokemon. I've got two builds for these two physical walls. The physical walls being Crustle and Snorlax. First, I'll talk about Crustle. So the first build, is this kind of score snowball build. This utilizes the item Score Shield, which gives you a shield when you are trying to score equal to 7.5 of your max HP. I've done a lot of testing with this item on some squishier Pokemon like Cinderace, Gardevoir, and they don't really have the HP to really use this super well. Like they can't really absorb. They absorb like one attack and that's it. And even some Pokemon, they can't even absorb one attack. Well, someone like Crustle and Snorlax can absorb, a couple auto attacks and maybe even a move. Just because they're high HP, and this pairs so well with Ao's Cookie, which gives you higher base HP. And then when you score, you get Score Shield. You score, you get even higher base HP. You can slap the Attack Weight on and get more attack. That way, you're more threatening. Not only are you snowballing in your bulk, you're also snowballing in your damage output. Or instead of the Attack Weight, you could just slap on any other bulk increasing item. That could be Focus Band, Rocky Helmet, Leftovers, Assault Vest, or Buddy Barrier. Buddy Barrier is a great one as well. Gives you a massive HP boost, so definitely helps with a Score Shield. Yeah, that's this kind of score build. Other than that, there is the immediate bulk build, which just uses 4 of these immediate bulk items. So your Buddy Barriers, and then you go to this defense and you pick any of these 4. I guess it's the 5 one. So Buddy Barrier, Focus Band, Rocky Helmet, or Buddy Barrier, Rocky Helmet, Assault Vest, stuff like that. And Leftovers, you can mix and match any of the 5 bulk increasing items. Just Just go swap, go to the defense, use any of these 4, and also consider in Buddy Barrier. XP share doesn't really do a lot for these guys. Like the way XP share works in this game is really weird. I tried it on the physical defense tanks, in games, and a lot of stuff, and it just doesn't really work out. So I wouldn't worry about it. So yeah, I like this. I really like this score build on Crustle. In particular, I think it's so fun for him to kind of, since he's a lot more offensive than any other kind of defense character. I like this. I like to put the attack weight and just go full on Scorsel is what I call it. Scorsel, Score Crustle. And the same thing with Snorlax. You can do the exact same set if you want to. You can switch the attack weight for Buddy Barrier. I think it's more incentivized to switch the attack weight off Snorlax since his damage is not as good as a Crustle's X-Scissor. And then you can, of course, do all those immediate bulks. So, like, Assault Vest, Leftovers, Rocky Helmet, Buddy Barrier, Focus Band, any kind of combo of those. Really, that's just if you have the items unlocked. For example, for me, I have since I use Lucario so much, I have Focus Band unlocked and at level 20. So I'm going to run it as my main bulk item. And then I have Rocky Helmet as my second main bulk item. And Buddy Barrier as the third. So that's just my combo. If you have your Leftovers leveled up, then go ahead and use Leftovers. If you have your Soul Vest leveled up, it's really just whatever you have at that point. Throughout my testing, I haven't seen any trio of those 5 really be like super like above all else. The only one I've seen that's really stood out has been this score build that's really kind of stood out and been something different. So next up, let's jump back into the ADC realm and let's go to the special side, the special ADC. So like I said earlier, there's the physical attackers and the special attackers. The physical attackers, you know, like your Cinderace, Lucario, Greninja, Talonflame. The special attackers, Ninetales, Gardevoir, Gengar, Venusaur, Pikachu, and Cramorant all want to use a combination of these 4 items. And that is Wise Glasses, Shell Bell, Muscle Band, and the special attack specs. Basically, for all these special attackers, must-haves are Shell Bell, Wise Glasses. They increase your special attack. Shell Bell also heals you heals you when you hit moves, and it heals you more the higher special attack you have. So absolute must-have. Wise Glasses, absolute must-have. Just gives you higher special attack. And then the third slot is a little bit more Pokemon dependent. When I play Ninetales, I run Aurora Veil, so I'm using her boosted basic attacks for my main damage output. So I definitely want Muscle Band just to increase the basic attack damage and also the attack speed. So if you're doing like on Ninetales, I would say Muscle Band over the special attack specs. While on somebody like Gardevoir, you can use Muscle Band if you want to increase your early game, just make your auto attacks or make your basic attacks a little quicker. But on Gardevoir, I'll just run the special attack specs and try to boost and scale my special attack. So the end game, I'm just an absolute monster, even more. Pikachu. Same thing, these 2 are must-have, and then the special attack specs if you want them, the Muscle Band if you want them. I personally feel like Pikachu relies more on its damage of specials, like that Electro Ball is really just like what kills people, so I would personally go specs on Pikachu. And on Cramorant, you could easily do special attack specs, you could easily do Muscle Band. I'm gonna be repeating myself. It's with these 5, it's with these 6 Pokemon, sorry. Venusaur, Ninetales, Gengar. I don't know how I closed it on. Ignore that. Yeah. Venusaur, Ninetales, Gardevoir, Gengar, Pikachu, Cramorant. You definitely just want to run Shell Bell, Wise Glasses, and then either Muscle Band or special attack specs. And for Gengar, I think the special attack specs, absolutely don't worry about Muscle Band on Gengar. You're really just doing damage with Sludge Bomb Hex, so just go ahead and get the special attack specs, get a sneaky score in, and just start blowing people up even harder than you do because you're Gengar and you're the best character in the game. Alright. Next up is the special support. Next up and last up, actually, are the special attack support characters. These 4 are Snorlax, sorry, not Snorlax, Slowbro, Mr. Mime, Eldegoss, and Wigglytuff. So first one I'm going to talk about are the more offensive oriented, that is Mr. Mime and Wigglytuff. For these two, you're going to want to run any combo of a couple of items. Shell Bell is an absolute must-have, I would say, on all 4 of these Pokemon. Wise Glasses, you could definitely run on Wigglytuff and Mr. Mime. Not quite Eldegoss and Slowbro, they're just not offensive enough, so I wouldn't worry about it. But if you want to be more offensive with your Mr. Mime or your Wigglytuff, Wise Glasses can be great. And then there's just bulk items. I think Buddy Barrier is an absolutely perfect one for support Pokemon. You can drop the Wise Glasses and go with something you have leveled up already. So like in my case, it would be Focus Band, or it would be Rocky Helmet, an item that I already have that is leveled up more. If you have your leftovers, your Soul Vest left up, go ahead and slap those on. Yeah, same exact builds for both Mr. Mime and Wigglytuff. You see I kind of jump between, I personally jump between Shell Bell, Buddy Barrier for sure, and then either Wise Glasses or Rocky Helmet. That's just how that's my personal favorite build. But with the testing, doesn't really matter what bulk items you really run, as long as you run Shell Bell and some bulk, so just their longevity increases. Now again, Edelgard, Fire Emblem. Eldegoss should not run Wise Glasses. Really not a bit, really just doesn't help you out a lot as much. And XP share can actually work on Eldegoss. If you kind of stay back, you don't really kill minions. You attack the minions and you attack people, and you kind of get the XP share and can scale your experience more with your teammate, like your Lucario or your Machamp, who's down there and just really kind of carrying you down there. So XP share can work. I personally didn't. In my testing, I've had some weird things with XP share where like some games I'm like, oh, it's really nice. In some games I'm like, wow, I didn't really do anything. So that one's a little bit more iffy. I would say if you're iffy on it, don't worry about buying it. Don't worry about upgrading the item. Just leave it. Shell Bell, absolutely. I think Buddy Barrier is a perfect one. Because with these support characters, you're always around your team, and when you're using your ults, or when you're using your Unite move, giving yourself and your teammate that shield is just so good, and like the perfect thing for a support character. And again, Rocky Helmet and whatever bulk increasing items, Focus Band, Leftovers, Soul Vest, just whatever you got. This is my personal favorite with Eldegoss. And then for Slowbro, I actually run the exact same set on Slowbro. Should not be using Wise Glasses, and you also shouldn't be using XP Share. I've never once in all of my testing games seen any anything useful done with XP Share. Of course, Slowbro is not the support Pokemon here; he's a defense Pokemon, but the build is the same. The build of increasing bulk and having Shell Bell for the special attack and the recovery is just so huge. Buddy Barrier is great. Especially, I think Buddy Barrier is like the absolute perfect item on Slowbro in particular, because his ult, or his Unite move, ult Unite move, that's what I mean. His Unite move grabs a nearby opponent and makes them invulnerable, or makes them unable to move, and kind of traps them for a while. You always want to use that when you're near a teammate who can just blow them up. So you throw on Buddy Barrier, you give you and your teammate a shield. It's the Unite move that absolutely it is like designed perfectly to be with the teammate nearby. So you just give him a shield, it's perfect for him. Shell Bell, I would definitely say is a must-have. Not as much as a must-have. You can slap on another bulk item if you want to, but it's really nice. And then again, Rocky Helmet, Focus Band, Leftovers, or Soul Vest. They're all good. It's more preference. Do you want to deal more damage? Do you want to have more bulk? Do you want to have more low HP bulk? Do you want the passive healing? That's what they are. That's what they are. It's just whatever you have unlocked, whatever you like. So yeah, that's the sets. Alright, I think that's all of the sets I've got here. Kind of grouped everyone together because there's a lot of similar sets you can do. So just want to group some people together. Yeah, hopefully this video is helpful for you guys, kind of talking about your characters, talking about your item builds. If you want me to really kind of break down Pokemon individually, I am more than happy to do some videos. I can do individual videos on Pokemon, or I can group a couple Pokemon together. Like if you want me to go more in depth on like the physical ADC characters or the special ADC characters or something, along with some testing, I can kind of show that off as well. So comment below if you want to see stuff like that. And I guess I'll talk about battle items right before I go. Again, your battle items, like I said in the beginning of the video, eject button is your best friend. It's just always useful. It's an escape. It's a quick push. When someone's trying to run away, you can eject button to get closer to them, to get the final kill. You can eject button away from people to get out of those sticky situations. You can run a Fluffy Tail if you're a jungler, I guess. Slow Smoke is not the best, but it can work on a couple people as another escape button, but eject button is just better. And if you're a long-range attacker who has some kind of get-out option, like Greninja or Cinderace or even like Gengar, X-Attack can work out pretty well. And then if you're a support Pokemon like Mr. Mime, Snorlax, etc., Potion can definitely work out well as well. But yeah, name of the game. If you don't know what item to pick, eject button. Just use eject button. Anyways, that's gonna do it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please, yeah, let me know in the comments below if you want me to cover any characters more in depth. If you want me to just kind of show off the score, shield, builds, kind of show off my testing. Let me know if you want to see just my gameplay too. Like I'll record the videos of me just doing a match, kind of commentating over it as I like solo queue and stuff. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this game as much as I am. Expect some more videos on this game coming from me and coming from my channel. Anyways, have a great day, guys. See you later.